right. Hello. Well, thank you for joining me today, Micah. I understand that you've been doing a lot of reading about change management, especially when it comes to AI. AI is the buzz. AI is the new thing. A lot of companies have been talking about wanting to implement it, but they don't quite know how. So I'm happy to be talking with you today about that. So my first question for you is, what should be the first step in implementing AI?
Yeah, thanks for having me on. I'm excited to share some of the information that I have for today. And for the first step in implementing AI, is to really just realize and understand your organization's needs and goals. So this kind of means asking yourselves questions like, what are the biggest challenges that our organization is facing? How could AI help solve these types of challenges? What are desired outcomes for implementing AI? And
Of
once you have
course.
a good understanding of your organization's needs and goals, you can start looking in and specifying the AI solutions that could be a good fit. So it's important to really just involve yourself into understanding a wide range of stakeholders, including employees, customers, and supplies.
Yeah, certainly. A lot of things to consider there. So let's say I've now decided that my company, we need AI. We want to implement it. What are some ways that you can start to introduce AI into your businesses?
Yeah, so there are tons of ways where you can introduce AI into your business. Um, One of the ways you can just get involved is by starting with a pilot project. This kind of, will allow you to help test out the AI in a controlled environment and then on learn from your experiences before scaling it up to the rest of the organization.
Certainly.
Afterwards, you kind of have to focus on the specific problems. You wouldn't want to try and like implement the AI across the whole organization. Rather, you want to focus more on the specific problems that AI can help you solve. Once you have that, you want to get a buy-in from the leadership. Um, in order to get the support of the leadership, is it's pretty important just to get the senior leadership before implementing AI. And this will generally just help you ensure that the AI is aligned with the organization's overall goals and objectives. Um, Once you have leadership, you want to communicate with the employees. Just make sure that the employees are informed, and just be prepared to address any concerns that your employees might have, about the benefits that AI could bring to your organization. You also want to then further invest in the training and development of your employees. The AI will likely change the way that people work. So you got to make sure that it's important to invest in training, good programs to help learn employees learn how to work and develop AI effectively.
Yeah, certainly. Lots to think about for sure. You mentioned a few things kind of about the employees and their importance. And so oftentimes in change management, I hear a term thrown around called human-centered design. So why should we use this human-centered design when we are implementing big changes within in this aspect of change management?
Yeah, so human-centered design really just helps us allow to understand the needs and concerns of people who will be affected by the change. So this basically enables us to to design change initiatives that are more likely to be successful and sustainable. Um, Human-centered design helps us specifically build buy-in for change. So when people feel like they've been more involved in the design of change, they're usually more likely to support and implement it effectively.
Sure.
It also helps us minimize the resistance to change as well. Just by understanding the concerns of people who are affected by the change, it just allows us to address them early on and reduce the likelihood of resistance. Finally, on a final note, it just helps us to create a positive change experience for everyone involved. When people feel like they've just been heard out and like understood and respected, they're more likely to embrace the change in human-centered design and make it work.
Okay, certainly. Yeah, sounds pretty important. So, continuing that line of thinking, what sort of resources should we make available to our employees to properly educate them on AI?
For sure. So there are also a number of resources that you can provide to your employees and properly educate them on AI. These can include training courses. These courses can help teach employees about the basics of AI, including more advanced topics such as machine learning and deep learning. Um, Books and articles, there's so many information nowadays available on AI, and these resources can provide employees with deeper understanding. Online tutorials, just the online tutorials available is just there's so many of them. Like these tutorials can teach employees how to use the AI tools and technologies within the digital space.
Yeah.
There's also the consideration of mentorship. Mentorship can basically pair employees with mentors who have experience with AI, and these mentors can really just provide employees with guidance and support as they learn more about AI. Finally, just the access to AI tools and technologies. If you buy the software, you can really provide the employees with hands-on access to AI tools and technology, which, should give them hands-on experience with AI and learning how to apply it to their work.
Yeah, certainly. Okay, lots of good resources there. Now, the big elephant in the room, the big question that a lot of people are asking is AI going to take my job? How do you address concerns of any variety when they arise regarding AI and change management in general?
Yeah, so the concerns are obviously a big part about the change management, which is in and of itself a concern. You kind of just want to be transparent. Being transparent with your employees about how AI is going to be used is such an important point because you want to understand why it's going to be implemented. You want to address these concerns that employees have about, the common typical um, things such as job security, privacy, and ethics. You also want to listen to feedback. You want to listen to their feedback by creating a safe space to share their concerns about change management, and then use it to inform your AI change management strategy in the future. Finally, you kind of just want to provide the training support. Having this software isn't going to be usable unless you actually train the individuals to use the software effectively. So you want to make sure they have the skills and knowledge to work with AI. And finally, you just want to motivate your employees to continue working through this change. That motivation is such a big part by, just celebrating successes of this change, highlighting the positive impact that AI is having on your organization, which can, help build support for AI and reduce resistance to change.
Sure. Yeah. Okay, great. That's wonderful. Thank you very much, Micah. So, change often faces resistance, especially when it comes from higher ups or an institutional change within an organization. But I know that collaboration among workers can really help to mitigate resistance to change. So, how can I get my employees to start talking to one another about AI and how they can use it and help each other with it?
Yeah, for sure. You want to make it as open and engaging and willing as possible for your
Of
employees
course.
to accept AI. So part of that is just by creating these opportunities for the employees to interact with each other. Um, Nowadays, we have online collaboration tools, so using that, coming up with certain events, formal meetings, to maybe get people involved with a fun way. Like, how about an example could be just taking a lunch to learn about AI, and just talk about it and engage your employees through this process.
Great.
And furthermore, you kind of just want to provide employees with training on how to communicate effectively about AI. So training should cover topics such as how to explain AI in a way that is easy understood and how to address common misconceptions about AI. Furthermore, you want to just encourage employees to be open about their perspectives and hear from their viewpoints on their knowledge and experiences with each other. This could be done through formal presentations, posts, or just even the day-to-day informal conversation between employees. Furthermore, providing employees with a safe space to just talk about their concerns and feedback about AI, making sure that their concerns can always be heard by the upper level management, including HR, so that their feedback really has an impact for making a difference in the change management. Finally, as I mentioned earlier, recognizing and rewarding employees um, who take initiative to trying to embrace the change in AI. Um, for individuals who are having conversations, who are setting up these lunches, who are setting up informal meetings, like these can be done through public recognition, financial awards, or other incentives that bring people from outside their comfort zone and accepting and encouraging employees to have these conversations about AI.
Okay. Fantastic. That's wonderful. I love that little bit at the end there about getting outside of your comfort zone. That's something I'm a big proponent of, and I think is really important, especially when it comes to organizational change. Well, thank you, Micah. That's all the time that we've got here today. But thank you so much for your knowledge on these questions, these topics on AI and how it relates to change management.
Awesome. Thanks, Alex. It's great talking and just having that interview.